Hello, good morning. I am Mrs. R. Bhuvaneshwari, Assistant Professor of Zoology, Seethalakshmi Vachi College for Women, Pallattur, Sivagangai District, Tamil Nadu. I am going to discuss about the topic that is the basic concepts of the innate immune system. So first, what is immunity? Immunity is the body's ability to resist or eliminate potentially harmful foreign materials that invades our body or the abnormal cells. What is the immune system? Immune system includes skin, lining of mucous membrane, secretions like tears, mucus, blood cells like WBCs, bone marrow, liver, lymphatic system and organs, and some of the tissues. And what is immunity? The immunity means that is nothing but the immune activities that includes defense against invading pathogens, removal of O-naught RBCs, identification and destruction of abnormal or mutant cells, that is the cancer cells, rejection of foreign cells, and hypersensitivity reactions like allergies, autoimmune diseases. These are all coming under the immunity. This is an overview of the immune system that can be broadly classified into innate or non-specific immune system. This is considered as the first line of defense mechanism, and another one is adaptive or specific. This is the second line of defense mechanism. This is a typical immune response, and these are all the invaders that invades our body. Based upon the invading pathogens or external foreign particles, our body responds through immunity. The innate immune system that can be classified into external defenses and internal defenses. The external defenses that is carried out by the anatomical barriers for mechanical, chemical and biological factors. In the mechanical factors, the skin, mucociliary escalator and the flushing action of saliva, tears, urine. These are all acting as mechanical factors, and the chemical factors, some peptides in sweat and the HCl acid secreted in stomach and the lysozyme in tears and saliva are acting as chemical factors. And the biological factors, some normal microflora that inhabiting our body, acting as some barrier against some pathogens. So these are all the components of blood. Our blood contains 55% plasma, 45% RBC and remaining 5% that comprise WBC and platelets. So the WBC that can be categorized as monocytes, lymphocytes and PMN. The PMNs are again classified into eosinophil, neutrophil and basophil. The neutrophils, abundance of WBCs are neutrophils. They play major role in phagocytosis process. This is the diagram of phagocytosis process occur inside the neutrophil. And then the monocytes. The 5% of WBCs are monocytes. They migrate into tissues and become macrophages. The macrophages are big eaters. They involved in phagocytosis process in the tissue level and also involved in antigen presentation. Natural killer cells, important part of the innate immune system. And then it kills the infected cells. Infected cells means virus, bacteria infected cells. So it involves in the intracellular digestion, and then it kills cancer cells. So the NK cells, how choose the infected cells to kill? The infected cells, they are dividing of some surface proteins, and normal cells, they are containing the surface proteins. That surface proteins are MHC molecule, but the infected cells won't have that MHC molecule. So by recognizing this type of identification, the NK cells easily digest the infected cells. So toll-like receptors. Toll-like receptors are important part of the innate immune system. They are transmembrane proteins. So what do they do? That is, they look out for microbes. They bind to the microbes and trigger the events to kill the pathogens. So they are innate immune sensors. So yeah, the cellular WBCs that involve in internal defenses are neutrophils, monocytes are macrophages, NK cells, TLRs, cytokines. These are some small proteins secreted by the immune system. These are all the signaling molecules, key players in innate and acquired immunity. So, which cells release cytokines? Cytokines are secreted by neutrophils, macrophages, TLRs, NK cells, lymphocytes. So, examples of cytokines: interferons, interleukins, tumor necrosis factor. Interferons are a key antiviral proteins. This is a very important antiviral proteins that reside in our body. And interleukins. Interleukins, they are the modulators of behavior of immune cells secreted by T lymphocytes and macrophages. The interleukins do the functions during the inflammation, proliferation of immune cells, activation of immune cells, increased antibody production, and then tumor necrosis factor, killing of cancer cells during fever and the inflammation process, and then complement. These are all the essential part of innate immune response, enhances adaptive immune response. Complement plays the role in innate immune response that facilitates the phagocytic